Welcome to TechDaily.ai. We've got a lot of ground to cover today. I'm David, and I'm joined by our resident expert, Sophia.
Hey everyone, it's great to be here.
Real quick before we jump in, you can sponsor this podcast for just $25. Your message will be featured across major platforms like Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and more. If you're interested, visit TechDaily.ai to get started today.
It really is a great way to get your message out there.
So true. But anyway, let's get right into today's mission. We are exploring frankly, the terrifying new landscape of AI cybersecurity.
Yeah, it's definitely not a comforting topic.
No, not at all. We are really looking at why companies, even with all their resources, are fundamentally failing to protect themselves right now.
The old playbook just isn't working anymore.
It really isn't. I want to start by looking outside the house, right? The external threat. Because AI has completely transformed social engineering. Threat actors are no longer just, sitting in a basement guessing passwords.
Oh, definitely not. They've moved way beyond that. We're talking about deploying deepfakes, highly convincing voice cloning, and these incredibly advanced phishing campaigns.
Yeah, and it's not even just the sophistication that's so scary.
No, it's the speed. The critical shift here is that these attacks are now happening at an incredibly high velocity, and honestly, at a very low cost.
Which is wild to think about. It's basically, I like to compare it to the Industrial Revolution of cybercrime.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Right. Because we are moving away from those slow, sort of handcrafted scams. The artisanal phishing email.
The ones with all the terrible spelling mistakes.
Exactly. And we're moving straight into this automated high-speed assembly line of cybercrime.
Right. The attackers have essentially built factories for deception.
They really have. And it just makes me question, how can human defenders possibly keep up with an automated assembly line like that?
Well, the harsh reality is they can't. Human defenders simply cannot keep up anymore.
Wait, really? It's that lopsided?
It really is. Relying on humans alone for threat analysis, especially in the face of this AI-enabled attack velocity, it's a completely losing battle.
Because a human can only process so many alerts at once, right?
Exactly. It fundamentally changes the entire nature of cybersecurity. The attackers are using machines that process millions of data points a second, and you just can't counter that with standard human reaction time.
Okay, so if the external attacks are moving at this lightning speed, we have to ask, what does the internal defense look like?
Yeah, and that is where things get really messy.
Which brings us to the concept of shadow AI.
Shadow AI, it is such a massive issue right now.
Explain what that actually is for anyone who might not be familiar with the term.
Sure. So shadow AI basically occurs when employees introduce unsanctioned AI tools into the workplace. And they do this completely outside the view of the IT department.
But I want to make sure we're clear here. These aren't malicious insiders. They're not trying to sabotage the company.
Oh, no, not at all. Most of the time, they are literally just trying to be helpful. Or they're trying to be more efficient at their jobs.
Like, say, a marketing manager trying to summarize a huge report quickly.
Right. They find some free AI tool online, paste the company's confidential data into it, and boom, they get their summary. It saves them an hour of work.
But in doing that, they bypass all the security protocols.
Exactly. And the security team has zero visibility on it. It is a complete governance nightmare.
Because you can't secure what you don't even know exists.
Precisely. It completely exposes organizations to these massive risks. The attack surface becomes so incredibly complex, it's harder to govern, and it's practically impossible to audit.
It makes me think of, it's like employees plugging these cheap, unapproved power strips into a 100-year-old building.
Oh yeah, just trying to charge their phones?
Right. They aren't trying to burn the building down. They just want a full battery so they can do their jobs. But because the wiring is old and they're using an unsanctioned power strip, they might blow a massive fuse.
Or start a massive fire. It's a perfect analogy for the data risk.
And honestly, I want you, the listener, to think about this for a second. Have you ever copy-pasted sensitive info into a random AI text generator just to save 5 minutes of your day?
I think we all have to admit it's tempting.
It is. But when you do that, you're literally handing over company data to a completely unvetted third party.
Which is exactly why this is such a crisis.
Yeah.
And with this automated chaos outside and shadow AI inside, you really have to look at how companies are actually responding.
Right. And spoiler alert, they're usually just chasing the next shiny object.
They really are. And this is where we have to bring in Spencer Scott's perspective.
Oh, Spencer Scott.
Yeah.
He's an IT and cybersecurity veteran, right?
Yeah.
Like over 25 years in the field.
Yeah, over 25 years. He's the head of InfoSec at RPC right now, so he has really seen it all.
Okay, so what is his take on how companies are handling this AI storm?
Well, Skip notes that a lot of organizations are recklessly racing toward what's called agentic capability.
Agentic capability. So for the listener, we're talking about advanced AI agents here, right?
Right, not just chatbots that answer questions, but AI that can actually take complex actions autonomously on your behalf.
Which sounds great for productivity, but I'm guessing there's a pretty big catch.
A huge catch. Scott uses this really memorable phrase. He says companies are, quote unquote, leaving their dirty laundry behind.
Leaving their dirty laundry behind. Okay, I need a breakdown of what this dirty laundry actually is in a tech context.
He's referring to a severe lack of basic, fundamental data and identity security.
So the really boring foundational stuff that companies have been neglecting for years.
Exactly. Organizations often don't even know who has access to what folders internally. And now they're giving these autonomous AI agents the keys to that entire messy system.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
It's like installing a state-of-the-art AI smart lock on your front door, but leaving all your ground floor windows wide open.
That is exactly what it is. You're adding this incredibly advanced layer of tech, but your basic permissions are entirely broken.
And the AI doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
It just grabs whatever data it technically has access to, even if it's highly restricted info that the employee shouldn't actually be seeing anymore.
Right. Because the AI lacks context. It scales that administrative vulnerability instantly.
Okay, so if adding more AI isn't the answer, how do we actually close those windows? What is the unsexy but essential fix for this?
The actual solution to securely scaling AI comes down to strict governance and extreme due diligence.
Two words that probably make a lot of corporate executives groan.
I know, it's not fun or flashy. But the first necessary step is incorporating AI-specific questions into your third-party due diligence processes.
Meaning you have to really scrutinize the vendors you work with.
Yes, because you cannot just trust that your vendors are securing their own AI.
Right. If a marketing agency you hired pastes your data into an unsecured AI model, you're the one who gets breached.
Exactly. Their shadow AI problem becomes your data leak. You have to ask them how they govern AI before you sign the contract.
That makes total sense. And what about internally?
Internally, Spencer Scott believes that AI governance must follow the exact same board-level oversight that is applied to any major infrastructure implementation.
Like building a new physical data center.
Exactly like that.
But that's the problem, isn't it? Companies treat AI like it's a magic spell or just some novelty toy you download from the App Store.
Yes. Because the user interface is so friendly, they bypass all the standard IT rules.
But really, until AI is treated as rigorously as installing a completely new company-wide server network, these defenses are going to continue to fail.
They absolutely will. The foundation has to be secure before you build the penthouse suite.
Well said. So let's just quickly summarize the core journey we've been on today.
Yeah.
We started by looking at this high-speed threat of AI attacks the automated assembly line of cybercrime.
Right. The sheer velocity that human defenders just cannot match.
And then we looked at the internal vulnerabilities, the whole shadow AI problem.
Employees just trying to be helpful, but inadvertently causing a governance nightmare.
Exactly. And from there, we saw the massive danger of companies chasing agentic AI without fixing their identity fundamentals first, leaving that dirty laundry behind.
Which leads us to the final necessary fix: strict board-level governance and extreme due diligence.
It's a lot to process, but it's so crucial for anyone in the business world right now. And I know you wanted to leave the listener with a final thought today.
I do. I want you to really think about the everyday AI tools you use to streamline your own life. Are you absolutely certain you know where the data you feed into them actually goes?
That is the million-dollar question.
It really is. The next time you use an AI assistant to summarize a meeting or write an email, ask yourself, are you becoming the very shadow AI vulnerability that cybersecurity teams are losing sleep over?
Wow. A very provocative final thought, but something we all need to be asking ourselves before we hit enter. Well, thank you so much for joining our discussion today at TechDaily.ai.
Thanks for having me. It was great.
Take care, everyone. We will catch you on the next one.